32 teams start the season with the same dream: get to the Super Bowl.
Say you wanna be a superstar. GBs, that's what we are. Clone style, you can't get far. Use a shot call and meet me at the bar. You think it's easy being a real GB? Been in this game for years, you can't see me. Like the rap is gone and we bringing it back.
Look at him go! The 20, the 10, touchdown! ESPN NFL football starts now.
Everybody is kung fu fighting. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook.
Hello everyone, welcome to Around the XFA with X. I'm here today with Mr. Mike Donahue. How you doing, Mike?
Not bad. Thank you very much for having me, Alex. How you doing?
I'm doing great. And we need to talk about your quarterback, Jordan Sam, if I'm correct. That's his name.
Yep. Jordan's playing very good football for us right now. Stats don't really show it, but he's only had one pick the whole year. Been very consistent, good holding on to the ball, and it hasn't lost us any games. You know, he'll progress. He'll start winning us some down the stretch, but right now he's just doing a good job of managing the games.
And what about Tom Brady? How does he feel? I mean, he was the quarterback star, messiah of everybody's that they loved and cherished for years. And how does he feel about getting the back seat?
Well, Tom's a very competitive guy, so he wants to start, but he's going to do what's best for the team, and he's been really crucial of helping Jordan Sam out. He hasn't been, stuck up and upset about it, but he makes his, feelings clear that he wishes he was the starter. That's just not the case right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's not in very good health anymore. I mean, he's just kind of being there as a teacher to the future quarterback, I guess you could say.
Well, don't tell him that. And we also love the fact that, he adds so much more to practices. And God forbid Jordan ever goes out. There was a game, I think, week 2, he did. Tom had to come in for the third and fourth quarter, and it's just awesome having that veteran backup. I gotta say, probably best backup in the NFL right now.
Well, at this time and point, I guess he's kind of like, hey, my time's kind of up. I mean, I'm kind of ending it on a low note, but I'm going to try to make the best out of it being a teacher. Because we saw that with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers for a couple of years. And, Brett Favre taught him as much as he knew. And, Aaron Rodgers is star development now. It's one of the top.
Well, what Tommy has always said to me, which I find funny, is that he started his career on an injury when Drew got knocked out, and we ended up winning the Super Bowl. And he said he wants to kind of end it the opposite way. Him being a veteran guy, the young kid getting knocked out, and him, bringing us the championship. Which, hey, if it ends with the Super Bowl, I'm all for it. But we want to keep Jordan Sam up straight and the quarterback of the franchise for us.
I mean, you don't have that old of a quarterback. I mean, Tom's getting older up there. He's about, isn't he, like 33?
Oh, no. Tom is a lot older than that. Mr. Brady, I want to say he is 39 years this year.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is probably after this year's his retirement season, I would assume.
Well, you'd have to talk to Tom about that. He says he wants to play to 50, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, those are major dineros if you want to make it to 50.
Well, we'll see what Tom wants to do, but he's always has a home in New England as long as the price is right.
I mean, Peyton Manning. He's close to Tom's age, and he got taken out too. I mean, kind of funny because Peyton came in the league, 18 years in the league or something like that, and then he has a broken back and he has to retire from the league, which was a big shock to everyone. I mean,
yeah, it was very unfortunate him getting the career-ending injury. But it happens. It's football, and we wish the best of health to everybody. But sometimes that just doesn't happen.
And I mean, do you think Tom could be the next guy like that? Do you think? I mean, with his old age.
Tom's in terrific shape. I mean, he's in better shape than when he was 24. I mean, it just happens. Your body breaks down. But, like I said, Tom's in the best shape of his life. And with the new advances in technology, who knows? Maybe he does play to 50. But I don't see Tom getting knocked out. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing out there.
I mean, but you've seen Peyton Manning. He's won almost 2 Super Bowls. I mean, nobody would have thought that happened to Peyton Manning. But it kind of just struck. Old age hit him, and back spasms, and
he also had injuries, to his neck and back before, where Tom's only had that one ACL injury, and that's the only major injury he had. Yes, he did have a collarbone injury last year, but that's nothing. It's fully healed. Tom's in excellent health, and he has, throughout his whole career.
I think Jordan Sam is going to lead you guys to a big Super Bowl victory. I mean, congrats. But, the one thing you guys are looking at is your offense is terrific. I mean, you have great wide receivers. What are you looking at this year in the draft, or things that you may need in the later future?
Well, definitely offensive line help keep Jordan Sams up would be awesome. Offense has been pretty mediocre this year, to be surprised with myself. The running game's been doing awesome, but the passing game just not great. So maybe a younger wide receiver with some speed to open up the edges. But, we're in that type of position where we can draft the best available player. So we always keep that open, too. We basically will draft any position with our first-round pick besides tight end, since we have 2 extremely talented and young tight ends already. But besides that, anything's open.
What about a running back?
Normally we don't take one that high. Steven is only 27. He's been very, very productive for us. But you never know. I mean, who's to say he doesn't get hurt or something else? But as of right now, it's definitely not really on our radar. But if we find an opportunity to grab a franchise running back, we're going to do that. Like I said, we're in a position where we can draft the best available player out there.
Yeah, your team is definitely becoming somebody that is going to be somebody heading to the Super Bowl. But a couple of contenders, just naming them off right now, is probably the Browns. The Texans are hot on fire right now with 5-0. The Broncos, with the loss of that. You did trade your original first-round quarterback, Chase Green, is it?
Yeah, doing awesome over there. Knew he would. Was a kid we prized highly. Just had the opportunity to draft Jordan Sam and couldn't pass that up. So, like I said, he was our starter coming into this year, and we drafted the best available player, which happened to be Jordan Sam. And unfortunately, Chase Green's not on our team, but we did get a great player back in Terrence Knight, who's really helped solidify that middle. Him and Vince make a pretty good duel at that tight end spot. Defensive tackle spot.
And just naming it off, Mr. Watson Jr., Junior's son. Mr. Watson, we call him Junior. His son owns the Falcons, and what do you think about? Have you made an offer on putting on Julio Jones, or?
We may or may not have spoken. Julio's not a member of the Patriots, so I cannot speak about him. But I can possibly say that the Patriots may have placed a phone call with the Falcons. That's something we're just going to have to wait and see about.
All right, man. Well, thank you for your time, sir, and telling us about more of Jordan Sam's development and your offensive line, just where you're at in the season. So thanks for having us. Thank you for coming, Mike.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me, and don't lose this one.
I know. This one didn't get on the air twice. I know.
All right. Thank you very much for having me, bud.
All right. See ya. Anyway, thank you guys for watching Around the XFA with Alex Williams. I hope you enjoyed the video, and just, leave a like or visit our website so you can join and have all the fun with us. Night, everyone.